Okay, so what it is, I lost my drone, and the last place it was over here. So what I've decided to do, I went and got me another drone, and I wanted to take this one up in the air and have a look, save walking all through that bramble down there, as you can see, by the side of the canal. Now, there is a possibility it's in the canal, but I want to do some checks first, just to make sure that it's not on top of something. The thing was, when I reviewed the last bit of footage, what it was took, it was over the canal and it went to the left from this angle here. So it could be in one of the bushes. The only thing is it went completely out. There was no signal. So I'm not sure. I mean, it could have gone in the water, but I just wanted to check. So here's me with my drone checking for my other drone to see whether I can find it, save going all through that that bramble there and cutting myself up. As you can see, it's quite dense. There's not a lot to see really, just leaves and that at the moment. I'm standing on the bridge so I can get an understanding of the trees, the height of the trees, and there's cables above me as well, electric cables. So this is in the UK. So I just hope I see it, I hope I find it. So it's just a search by the canal. See, you could be on the path there, and if that's just below some of that, you know, some of that foliage there, you ain't going to see it. You can walk straight past it. So the best thing to do, get your drone. If you've got a spare drone, get the drone to look for the other drone. Save going through all that. If you see it, I mean, it's, you know, it's a drone, you should be able to spot it. There's an heron there. Never noticed that before. This is a voiceover as well, because I'm not out with my drone recording, because I've only just brought this mic set up. So I'm going to start attaching the mic to the device when I go out, and hopefully I'll be able to capture the audio on top of the video at the same time. I know, see, I look down there, see that down there on the floor, well, that's just like a part of something. If it was something bigger, I'm about in the bottom right hand corner there, what's just moved out the way. There's some things, it's funny because when you're looking for a drone, everything looks like a drone, every little bit. Can that be, is that little bit sticking out there, is that be it? It's easy to think now. So I'm looking at that. I'm zoomed in at the moment, I think. It's optical zoom on this drone. It's not a digital zoom. I spoke about this on my other video. If you have a look at my other video, that's a good video. I capture a fire, big fire that's going on, not far from where I'm living. If you're into that sort of stuff, please check it out. You can always like and subscribe. I'm a bit late to the game, so there's a lot more people on here that are doing a lot of good footage, of things, but they all started off somewhere. So I'm hoping to expand my video footage, and hopefully it'll interest you viewers if you like that sort of thing. See, I'm zoomed in now. I think I'm zoomed in there. Yeah, no, I was zoomed in now. So I got quite close there. You've seen all the stuff moving. It's already a bit windy, as you can see. Yeah, look, see, the downforce from the propellers are quite strong. I mean, they don't have to be really close, yeah, to feel it. But because it looks quite still down there, actually, doesn't it? Probably because it's on the bank. Look, things are not moving so much as up there. Perhaps it's just being caused by my drone, I don't know. We'll find out, won't we, when I get a bit closer to stuff. So I'm just looking around for any objects that resemble a drone, in all the little gaps that it could have just fell through if it hit the trees. See what it was, I didn't come straight over it. I was in my garden, and this is about, I don't know, probably say about 600, 700 yards from where my house is. So it ain't like, you know, a couple of houses away. It's a few minutes to walk. So what I did was, when I lost it, I was trying to bring it home because it broke signal as well. So I was just trying to bring it home, and I was waiting for a while for it to reconnect, as they do. Once it gets higher, once it reconnects, the signal gets back on with the video, and then you can see your drone then where it is. So I was waiting for that for a bit, and I kept waiting and waiting. It was flashing, and then it just went off, and it just kept flashing, like looking for my drone, like it was in return to home mode, and it was flashing and flashing for a while, and then I thought, something ain't right. I've normally got video connection back on by now. See the wires, the electric wires there. I was worried about it hitting one of them, but I thought I was lower down. If I can get the footage, find the footage, because I have looked for it, but for some reason I can't see it. It was on there, but since I've connected this other drone to my controller, it don't seem to be on there now. So I don't know whether it's like, you know, wipe the footage off. I'm not sure, but if I can find it, I will upload it so I can show you the last journey that the drone took before I lost signal. So yeah, it was in this area. I was flying the drone above the canal. Actually, it was above the water. I don't want to get obviously too close to any trees. And another thing that happened, and which I really regret, it's happened a couple of times now, and I'm just want to help anybody else out there who's thinking about getting a drone. What it is, I've been setting it off my table, and because I've got an umbrella over the table, you won't be able to set off from there, because if you've got obstacle avoidance on, it won't work, because there's too many obstacles around. So you have to turn the obstacle avoidance off in order to take off and then fly from underneath the umbrella out into the garden, into a clear area where you can put the obstacle avoidance back on. But this, you know, sometimes you're too focused on everything around you, you forget about these things, and that's what I did. I went down there, down the canal. I took it for a fly out first. I come back in, and as I was coming back in, the canal, like I said, you know, 600-700 yards from our house, and I brought it down, which was a little bit, because below our house, and I took it across the canal. Then I brought it up because the signal was breaking up a little bit because it was too low. And then I took it over the bridge, and as I flew over the bridge, the connection, I ended up having a good connection then. Then as I went further up, that's when it started to go funny. But at this point, I thought I got obstacle avoidance on, and I hadn't. As you can see, I'm getting down. I went over the field because I don't know, just because I'd left it so long, I don't know whether it just cut off. So in my mind, the last place I saw it was above the canal, and it was going towards these trees here where I'm looking at now, and then it cut off. I don't know why. I don't know why they just returned to home. I mean, it's obviously struck something. It hit something which just caused it to fall out the air, whether it was a bird or anything else, I don't know. It could have been the cables, like I said, that are above the canal. I'm looking into all the trees, because obviously if it catches the tree, turns the propellers off, and then drops, it could get hooked into into the branches. And if there's a lot of leaves around, you might not see it. It might just be on top. So I'm taking it over these trees, having a close look. Yeah, so I'm trying to do like a sweep of the area, so I know where I'm covering. I mean, you've got to have some kind of plan, because if you just fly anywhere, you're going to be all over the place, and you're going to forget where you are. So it's good to have a good sweep of the area. So as you can see, I'm just going above the trees here, looking down into the trees, just to eliminate the possibility that it's in one of the trees. Please excuse me if you can hear the noise outside. I think there's some child killing another child, I think. That's what it sounded like. That's a joke, by the way. I'll probably edit that out. Yeah, so obviously the drone's not blue, it's grey. I think them normally grey. I think you can get them black and white, I think. But I think them are the main really colours, unless you put some kind of skin on yourself. So yeah, I'm just having a look again. Yeah, like I say, when you're up here looking, every little thing you look at looks like a drone. It's crazy how it plays with your mind, really. But like I say, it could be in the water. Could have gone into there, into the canal. I've had a look online to see whether, if it has gone into the water, can it be fixed? And there's a lot of positive feedback saying that, yeah, it can be fixed. So yeah, just scanning again from a good height, because it's good to come back a little bit, because you might just see it out the corner of your eye there, and you're covering more area when you come back out. But if it's fell like in between a couple of them, bushes, then you might not see it from a good distance, because it might be just in the shadows. So it's good to check, bring it out so you can see a bit bigger picture, and then try and go in a little bit deeper if it has fell, just in case it has fell. There's gardens here, and I know there's a works here as well, so I think that's the path to the works. So it could have gone over there, but I don't understand. So when I got down to the canal, I mean, obviously this was a bit of time after, but by the time I got to the canal, it does say on your drone, like, if you want to press the button for it to beep and flash, because then if it's beeping, obviously you'll be able to hear it and it'll draw you to that part. I did try that and nothing come on. There's somebody there looking at the drone. Yeah, I'm gonna look up at the drone now. See down there, that silver bit there, just catches your eye. See it down there, side of the fence. I kept thinking, is that it? Is that it down there? It's in the silver bit, is it? There are some more workers here. I don't know what that place is there. I think they just pack stuff and ship it on lorries. I don't want to go into their area because obviously for safety reasons and by law you can't just go into people's places and start videoing and filming people because it's their property and it's not good without their permission. So to do drone, being, you know, flying a drone, you have a lot of responsibility. So I'm on there. I'm on the edge there, just looking across, see if I can see anything. Yeah, just having a look in the edge, in the trees. Yeah, you can see the wind off my drone. I got a bit low there, didn't I? So sometimes it's hard to judge as well. I might set something up. So if you want to watch what I set up, I think you might find it really interesting if you like things like that. But you need to subscribe, and you know, and then when I add the video, it's going to be fun. It's to do with the drone, but it's going to be fun. So yeah, looking in the trees. I did have a little walk up underneath one of these trees when I first got over there. I just had a little scout about because I wanted to find it, just in case anybody else did. The drones ain't cheap, are they? They're expensive. Yeah, if you've got any comments or anything, or if there's anything you'd like to do, I mean, just tell me about. If there's something I'm doing wrong, or you know, I'm just trying my hardest to sweep the area as best I can. I don't want to get too low down. There's a person's garden there. That's another. See down there, down the side. Got that tarpaulin just down the side there. I saw something there, and I thought it was the drone. I don't think I looked at this point, but I do have a look. I remember going down and having a look. See through that gap there, just to the left. It looks like there's something in there as well. And I was having a look, trying to get a closer look. It's gone past it now. Yeah, just shows, doesn't it? This thing. Let's see. Just shut this door because my kids will be coming back from school in a minute, and I don't really want them shouting and that in the background. Yeah, so you can see I'm close to somebody's garden here. Well, I'm just sweeping it along going up to the garden. Obviously it could land, it could have gone over into his garden. If I did see it, I would bring it back, the drone, and then I'd go and knock on the person's door and ask them if it was okay for me to get my drone or for them to get it for me. I wouldn't just climb into somebody's garden. You don't do that. Yeah, see, little things like that sticking out. For them legs on drones and that. It's amazing. When you're looking for something, everything looks like a drone. Yeah, so brought that out, having a little sweep up there. It was this area. I know there's a wall. There's a wall just up here. It's like, it looks like two parts where an old bridge used to be, and they've took it down. But they've left the, you know, the legs up, the structure. But I know it went past there, but because I'd returned to home, you keep thinking, well, it could have been on its way home and it could have still caught something. It was a bit silly, really, to. Well, you don't want to be by electric cables. It's a bit silly. And I'm not really, you know, I've only flew a drone. I had my old one, which was the DJI Air 2. That was my old one. Well, I saw the Air 3, and I thought to myself, you know, that's got full 360 obstacle avoidance. Well, you know, it's good to have something like that. So I thought I'll go and get me one of them, and that's the drone I'm looking for, the DJI Air 3. Now, if I've got obstacle avoidance on, I don't think I would be looking for it right now. I mean, even with it turned off, you know, they do show you little signs that you're close to something. But these signs got worse when I broke communication, because I seen it flashing, and then I lost it. I lost the signal, and then it just freezes on your controller. If you've ever had it done to you, it's quite scary, really, when you first lose it, the connection, because you're thinking, where is he? I've got no control over it now. But what happens is that it automatically goes back into like return to home mode. So as soon as it loses connection, but when I managed to get a little bit of connection back up, and all the lights was flashing around it like it was in the trees. And I kept thinking to myself, it looks like I've got trees all around me, branches and that. That's why I've been looking along here for the drone. I thought it's got to be in one. So there's the legs over there, but you know, I'm looking the other way now. But if I turn back round that way, you will see the two legs that was to a bridge that was there before. Now I know I'm coming down this way, just in case when I lost signal further up, it started to return to home, because coming towards them legs is where my house is, where the drone's home, you know, the home setting was saved to. So I automatically thought, well, when it's returned to home, it's obviously coming back towards mine, and that's why I look a bit further down. Yeah, it does say, like, you know, you can find my drone. I looked at the footage. It was over the canal. But when I saw it, when I managed to get a brief connection back, it looked like it had all branches around it, because there was a load of you know, flashing the red, you know, the red marks, area marks that come up to say that you're still close to something. That still comes up on there. It's just that it won't stop if you go forward. If you've got an obstacle in front of you, it won't stop. Whereas in the controller, you can put stop or go round on the air free. You can have like go round it, and I suppose you can on most other drones. So yeah, it's an expensive piece of kit. It's only just not long come out, the air free, and I've lost it already. So a bit gutted really. Yeah, so just again still searching, still checking out, look, going into places to see whether I can see anything. I mean, if any of you see something and you can go back to the parts, please let me know. I might miss it, you see. Might be in frame somewhere and I just ain't looking there. If you see it, and please get in touch with me and tell me what section of the video you saw it at, what time, and I'll go back to it and I'll have a look over it. And if it's there, well, if you find it, you see it from me, I might send you a drink over, so thank you. £50 better than buying a new drone, isn't it? If I can't find it, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy like a grappling hook. Because it's mainly, you know, it's mainly plastic, so I don't think it'd be wise going over there with you know, they've been doing these with the canals, like magnets, putting a magnet on the end, some rope, and chucking it in the canal and seeing what they can get out. I'm thinking if I can't find it in the bushes, in the trees, I'm going to go and buy one of them grappling hooks first, try and drag it into the canal and just see whether I can see if it's in there. You never know. The thing is, I really need to find it because it's going to be on my mind. I mean, it's been on my mind already. Just before I lost it, there was a chap, and it looked like his daughter walking up the path on this side here where I'm videoing now. They wasn't too far away from me, so if that had fell in the bushes close to him and they picked it up and turned it off, then I'm never going to find it, am I? That's always a possibility. And that's always going to be on the back of my mind. If I don't find it, did somebody else find it? Did somebody else get it, like? So when you're looking here, if I look down there, it looked like I just saw something. It's mad. And obviously being outside with the controller as well, it ain't the best when you got, you know, it's not a sunny day, so I could see quite a bit, but you can't see like perfectly. You can still miss stuff. It's only until you review the footage at home that you can see a better picture quality. Yeah, so just going over. Yeah, it's that car. Look at that, so I'm quite close to them trees there. Going down there and having a little look there. Just keep looking. Probably looking at the same things I've already looked at. Just giving it a second go over. Little closer look by the look on it now. Little closer, going a bit closer. See if I missed anything. What's down there? See, it looks like there's something down. The branches are quite spread out there, you can see through them. That's good. I mean, if it fell over that side there where the cars are, then they would have picked it up, wouldn't they? Somebody would have had it. It's expensive loss, isn't it? Cost me like 1300. That's a bottle. That looks like one. See, I thought that might have been it there, you know, when I was looking up from the bridge. £1,300, 1,300 and something pound it was. Yeah, so when I looked down the side there, I thought that it looks like a milk carton now. It's just gone over to this bit now because I've just swapped batteries out and gone back up to continue a sweep across here. Never know, I might find something else. Pot of gold there. Why would I find a pot of gold? I don't know. Things that go through your mind, eh? Lose £5 and find a penny. It's normally the other way around. Lose a penny, find a pound. So I've pulled it over this way because of the trees in the way. So as you can see, there's nobody in the garden. I'm just trying to have a little look along there. Obviously, if there was people in the garden, I wouldn't have done it. But I'm just over. That's a big edge thing there, isn't it? A tree. That's quite dense, that is. I mean, if you lost your drone there, it's going on top. It's not falling through. See here, there, it could have fell through there. Here, could have been on top or just fell through a bit. I think they last for about, the batteries, I think I'm getting about 35 minutes out of each one. They reckon it's 46, but that's never really. I mean, I suppose in certain conditions, if there's no wind, you ain't flying it anywhere, it's just in one spot hovering. I suppose under them conditions, you'd be alright. You probably get nearly 46 minutes out of it. When there's a bit of breeze in the air, it affects the battery, it affects the, you know, it affects everything. Obviously, if you go with the wind, you could be saving a bit of battery. Oh, what's that? That's a can, that is. Can of beer. So the thing is, right, we live in, where I live, people don't look after the area really. There's enough rubbish. You look through them bushes there, if you kick it across, I bet it's full of rubbish. People don't, I'm not a litter bug, I like to look after the planet. There's enough plastic and that. I'm talking about now on the, you know, on the TV programs, it's all talking about plastic and global warming and the way this plastic's damaging the earth. So I'll keep it clean. I'll try and keep it, well, try my best anyway. I mean, they say like plastics are getting in from our washing machine, so can't control that unless they put some kind of micro filter on it. But yeah, some of these plastics are small. The only way you're going to change that, I suppose, if they change the material. So there's the part of one bridge, the leg where I was talking about before. The only way they could do that is if they change the material. They don't put plastic in the material. Just in case, you never know, do you? Could have be coming back home and it could have hit summit, because I don't have obstacle avoidance on. That's why I'm just checking everywhere. But like I said before, if anybody sees something on here that, you know, and you think it's a drone, please scroll back, have a look, closer look, and if you can see it, please let me know, because I might miss it. That bit there, that bit of rubbish there is a bit close to the path. I wouldn't bother in checking that one. So there's something there, look, see, further up. I'm coming backwards, like I can't see it. So it's probably the reflection off. See from here now, you can hardly see that now. You can see it, but it's gone now. But I can only see it through here. I don't think I got close to that one and had a look. I mean, that could be, you don't know. I don't think it is, because I'm looking from here, I think it was just a square box. You would see the arm sticking out, wouldn't you? I can't see nothing on top. Just having another little closer look. Anti-glare. Could do something like anti-glare on it on the screen. Yeah, above the trees again. The trees get higher and taller as you go further up, as you can see. Getting closer. So there's cables right above me, so I've got to be careful, because you've got the top of the tree and then you've got the cables. Now I know the tree's not touching the cables or anywhere near the cables, but there is a gap that you can fit through, but you don't want to get too close to the cables, because they've got high voltage. I mean, you never know, it could arc into your drone and take it out, and it's probably that, you know, that could have happened. That's a possibility as well. So it's just well, I don't know, I really don't know. Now, can you see anything? I've think I'm going up to more or less the same area. I'm just sweeping along there now and there. Bottle of a bottle. So how close I've had to get into that. I can see that clearly, but I've had to get right into it outside because of the reflections. Put your hand over, you know, like how you can put your hand over the top of your eyes if the sun's in your eyes. But this is the same section. I don't remember them branches though, but I remember that down there. I think what them are, now I've looked at them closely, I think them for rats. I think them the rat catchers. I thought it was metal, I did, part of the fence. Just obviously going along, scrolling along. I ain't gone that far up, have I? Steps there, unless. Oh look, that's blue. It's a can. It's a can. So the thing is, what happens is there's lots of rubbish underneath there, and as it grows each year, it grows over it, so the rubbish is all underneath. I don't know how far down I am now. I've gone right down. I'm right by the factory now. I don't get this far down, I know that. So going over the other side. Am I? Or am I bringing it back? I'm just having a look in the water to see if I can see anything. No. No, what's that? It's a bottle or something again now, a can. So you got to take it slow. If you go too quick, you could just lose it. Just scan it slowly. I mean, if you can't see too well outside, just scan the area. Obviously record it, play it back at home, and then you might be able to, you might see it. It's just leaving it out there, it's horrible. You're thinking, if somebody sees it before me, I'm going to get it. But if you give it a bit of a sweep like that and you can't see it, good chances are it's either hidden well or it's in the canal. It's in the water. That's a bottle. So how far I've had to go down for that? So I can't see too well. I can see the red lid on it. It's a bottle. So that this side here over there, you've got the canal there, but over this side, to the bottom side, it's like an open area, grass. People take the dogs for a walk. It's got a few paths on there. I don't know if it's got a park on there. I'm not sure. I never took my children there, so I wouldn't know. You can see the grassy area, can't you, on that side? People take the dogs for a walk. You never know. If you fell over that side, you could have picked it up. Somebody saw it. Somebody said to me, you know, you don't know if somebody's chucked something at you. I don't think that was possible, like, but like he says, you know, people can be like that, can't they? I mean, I don't know, I've never saw it, but if anybody saw anything like that, where somebody's chucked something at you and it's come out of the sky, and then got it, I don't know, and then took off with the drone. I know some people, they really value their personal, you know, their personal space, and that's understandable. You go outside, you know, you have no personal space really because you share it with everybody. But when you're inside your own home in your garden, that's your own little space, and that's why people don't like you flying over their gardens, over their house, and you understand that. I wouldn't like it if I was in the garden doing stuff and people kept flying drones over the top and looking down on you. It's personal, yeah. So I understand. Everybody needs that bit of space. Yeah, look at this. What am I doing here? Going down. I'm going down here, look. Quite low. Just zooming out, I think, to see what. Because you got branches there, you got branches there. I know I've got the obstacle avoidance on this. Actually, I don't think it would have let me go down anymore there. See the gap. You can get in there, but again you might have to turn obstacle avoidance off because it's close to things. You don't like moving around when it's close to things. That's the point, isn't it? Here, a couple of openings there. Look, see the holes. Well, there could be foxes' dens or anything, you don't know. Quite sharp though there. And full of thorns. I know, so I walked in the other side, I had a walk in. I got me some, I'd only got my shorts on at the time, got stung and got scratched up a bit. And then I went back and got me some trousers to put on. And then I come over, obviously covered with my trousers and my boots on, and I had another little wade, you know, another walk into them. Just to see if it was on top anywhere, but I couldn't see it, hence why I've got this drone and I've come back over. So just checking. Like I said, I'm going to come back over. What's that down there? That's quite big, isn't it? Yeah, that's too big. That's some rubbish there. Oh, that's what it was before. Or was he? Went through them two trees. Yes, what will happen is I'll come back over. I'll have to order me, so it'll probably take a few days, but I'll order me a grappling hook thing. I'll throw it into the canal, and I'll do some video on that and see what you know, if I can't find it, yeah, see whether I find it. So keep like I say, if you subscribe, then when I stick another video on, because I am going to keep looking for it. You never know, if I find it, it's going to be on there, isn't it? So it's getting a bit close to the leaves there. looking for bugs. It is bugging me a little bit, not finding it. Just looking down there, looking between the branches there, down there, anything. Say a little bit up there, and you just think. I'm getting close to the treetops here, you know. Yeah, look, I'm blowing. Whoa, whoa, look how close I am to that one. It's a little bit of a look in as well. Zooming in on it. I'm looking for ants. Wow. Yeah. Another little look out there. I don't think I've got much battery now. Dropping it back in a minute. So I must see something because I'm looking down on it. As I get closer, it's where I want to like. I've seen something. Now looking from here, you don't look. I've seen anything. But I've caught something. Something's caught my eye. Let's have a look at that. What's that? No, it's got no arms sticking out, has it? I don't know what I'm looking at there. Just see grass. Yeah, close to them trees again, ain't you? Really close to the trees there. Just looking down. See if I can see anything that resembles a drone. No. No, I can't see nothing. I don't know what that is. No, just having a look at the edge. You see them wires above, can't you? In the water. I think it's a bit silly anyway. Coming down here from my garden, sitting in my garden, and flying the drone. Yeah, I just no joy. Got to be coming back, got to be going in a minute. Ain't got long left. What's that? I gotta watch the trees. I'm a lot lower than I expect. And that's just like a pipe or something in it. Yeah, the search goes on. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate. I'd really appreciate it if you would help me build the channel. Like I said, I'm quite late to the YouTube thing, but it would be nice to get a community out there going. Different videos. I feel like I'll tell you what I feel like. You know, them birds that hover, them kestrels. They just stop there and hover for a bit, don't they? Then you go down. You go down. They stay there for a while, just hovering, and then they just keep zoning on the subject. And once they've got that locked on, they just hover, and then they just go down, capture the prey. It's quite amazing to watch, really. I don't know how successful they are. You know, like if 50-50 or out of every 5 attempts I'm successful, I don't know. You'd have to look that up online. But I know they hover for ages looking at some prey. And they just zoom down really close and then drop. Yeah, so I think we 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left, and then it's coming to a close. So one little sweep over here, and I think we've done it. I think we've covered the area well. Yeah, nothing. No. There's a bridge just up there. Watch them longings. You can see them longings, they do cross the canal, don't they? Oh, it's probably here now where the tall trees. Probably just having another little sweep over there. That tree there, that's quite thick as well. I think that'd just catch the drone. This one here, down as thick. Just having a quick look, you never know, do you? Return to home. That's quite dense as well. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Really appreciate your time. Having a look with me, see if I can find the drone that I lost. I can't see it on the sides, so good possibility it's in the canal. So next step now is to get a grappling hook. Go over there with the grappling hook and have a go getting it out the canal, seeing whether giving it a good sweep with the grappling hook and see how that gets on. So thanks for watching anyway. There's the bridge. There's the cables. Man, you see, can't you? Thanks anyway. Take care.